Same thing. This is perpendicular. No, Mrs. Alberts, it's not the same thing. Because perpendicular, what is true about their slopes? I know. One is a positive slope, one is a negative slope. And you flip your fraction. So if you have A over B, your perpendicular line slope will be negative B over A. That's key. That symbol right there means perpendicular. So, what's the slope of this line right here? We don't know because it's not in slope-intercept form. Do not state that it is 2 because it's not 2. Solve for y. So we get y equals negative 2x plus 2. How'd she get negative 2x? I subtracted. So what's the slope of this current line? You should say m equals negative 2. But our line, we have to do this jazz. So this is negative, so we're going to make it positive. And we're going to flip the fraction so we get 1/2. So our slope that we are going to use is a positive 1/2. So we have y equals 1/2 x plus b. That's from the first part. Then it says, and it contains the point negative 3, 0. 0? Does that mean it's our y-intercept? No. That's an x-intercept. So plug it in, find b. So 0 equals 1/2 times negative 3 plus b. So 0 equals negative 1/2 plus b. Add a half. 1/2, excuse me. You get b equals 1/2. Final answer, y equals 1/2 x plus 1/2. Do I care if you write your y-intercept as a decimal? No. But your slope needs to be a fraction. Alright, same thing, different verse. So, it contains these points. So we got y equals mx plus b. That didn't give us an m, that didn't give us a b. Find it. So find your m. Change in y. Over. Change in x. Negative 1 over negative 5 is 1/5. So y equals 1/5 x plus b. Pick a point. Most of you don't like negatives, so I'm not going to pick that one. I'm going to pick 2, 5. So 5m for y, 2m for x. Could you pick the other point? Yeah, do it. See if you get the same thing I do. So 5 equals 2/5 plus b. Subtract 2/5, so 4 3/5 equals b, or 4.6 for those of you that like decimals. So there's our b, there's our m. Y equals 1/5 x plus 4 3/5. Yay, go you! Holy cow, man, this lady is making us do all sorts of stuff. Alright, so graph the line. Well, I can't graph that. I don't know how to graph. That's what half of you are going to tell me. You know how to graph a line. You put it in y equals 4. So solve for y. So negative 3y equals 6 minus 2x. Divide by negative 3. So when I divide by negative 3, I get negative 2 plus 2/3 x. Y plus 2 negatives make a positive. Go to your graph. Negative 2, put a dot. Why do I start with my y-intercept? Because you always do. Go up 2 over 3. Draw a line. And you're done. Try this one on your own. But I can't because there's fractions. You can't do it. So you got 1/3 y equals 1 minus a half x. Divide by a third, so you get 3 minus 3 halves x. Or you could multiply by 3 rather than divide by a third. So our y-intercept is 3. Our slope is negative this time, so you go down and then to the right. Well, you might want to hit the points. And there's your graph. Yay, go you. Alright, we did linear. Now we're going to do circles. Circles are hard. You did them over in Jones's room. We're going to master them. It'll be okay. We will recall the information. You got this. So our circle equation, our standard form, or not standard form, I think this is standard form. Our standard form looks like that. What you are going to do, the h and the k are actual numerical values. There will be a number in those places. That is where the center of your circle is. So our center is hk. R is an actual numerical value, and it represents our radius. You will not put in a value for x and for y. You have to have an equation, and it has to have both letters there. So, if I follow that rule, I need to find something that goes here for h. I need to find something that goes here for k, and I need to find something that goes there for r. So your h value, they tell us, is 0. So I'm going to go x minus 0, quantity squared. They tell us our k value is 0. Put it there. They tell us our r value is 3. Can you simplify? Yes. Since it's minus 0, we can just simplify that to x squared. Since that's minus 0, we can simplify it to y squared, and 3 squared is 9. Notice, if your center is at 0, 0, you don't have parentheses here. That'll be key in the next time's assignment. So see if you can put this one in this form. Pause it, start it over. So we're going to have x minus 2 squared, this was my h, plus y minus negative 3, so plus 3. Notice your signs are opposite in the equation than they are when you write your center. That is key. Watch that. Equals r squared, 4 squared is 16. And you're done. On this one, we cannot simplify because we cannot take x minus 2. We cannot square each part. You have to do an area model to square this, and an area model to square that, and it makes it huge, and we don't want to do that today. Alright, so this is going backwards. I want you to tell me the center. I want you to tell me the radius. So if we look at this problem, the radius is easy to tell, because it's whatever this equals over here, and that's r squared. So if this is r squared, that means you have to unsquare it. So the square root of 1 is 1. If there was a 16 there, it would have 4. Alright, the center is harder to tell. You look for the parentheses. This does not have a parentheses with it. So what does that tell you the x value is? I just told you on the last slide. It's 0. Here we do have parentheses. And a lot of you are going to say, yes, the k value is negative 1. No, remember we're going y minus k. So our k value is a positive 1. And there you go. We will deal with circles a little bit more next time. So please come with questions over the basic stuff on circles. And just because I say it's basic does not mean you do not have questions. Please come with questions. Come with questions over writing equations for linear equations.